Yo, boys and girls, welcome back to the channel, man. I cannot stop smiling, man. I cannot stop smiling. What a hard fought victory, man. What a hard fought victory. That was not easy. That was not easy. You know what? This I think it qualifies to be called a smash and grab because you take into consideration everything that we were faced with today there in Shell Stadium. Also take into consideration that Magesi, I can't recall them losing a game at home ever since they moved to Sishiwe Stadium. That stadium is not easy to play in. That stadium, it makes it so hard for opposition to play their normal game. And look, going to halftime, I was prepared to take nil-nil draw. Going to halftime, we were so lucky as Mamelodi Sundowns to still be in the game because like I said, they hit the post twice. Ronald Williams had to make a one good save. They had most corners than us. So Magesi were going for the blood. They were going for the blood. They were vying for our blood. And we just look, the experience, I think also the experience won us the game today. The experience won us the game. And this game last season, we'd have lost this game. This game, it reminds me of the game that we had against Polokwane City at the old Tamkaba Stadium. And look, I am so happy to be walking out of Sishu Stadium with the maximum points, with the 3 points. I do not want to play in that stadium ever again. I don't want to see Mamelodi Sundowns play in that stadium ever again because I can tell you this. Not many teams are gonna go to Magesi to show stadium and get the maximum points. Not many teams can do what we did to Magesi in the second half. And I have to say this: well done to the boys, well done to the technical team. They deserve a round of applause because we are so hard on them. Most of the time, we are always criticizing them. We are always like, if there's one, and again, rightfully so, they deserve to be criticized when they are not doing well. But then today, we have to acknowledge when they do right. We have to acknowledge and say, like, you know what? Look, they were faced with so much adversity. There was so everything was against us today, but we did not drop the points. We did not lose the game, which at some point I was like, look, we might actually lose this. At some point, I was like, we might actually be lucky to walk out of this game with a point. I was actually going to the lockers hands like, okay, if we draw this, then we would have like had 5 points. I was like, okay, 5 points, it's not that bad. We'll be 4 games, 4 points behind Kaizer Chiefs. But then again, I was like, look, even if maybe we drew this game, we would not have drew the game because of our poor quality of football. The only reason we would have drew this game was because of the bad pitch. The stadium, the field was so tiny, which was something that like I kept talking about it the entire time I was watching the game because I was just getting frustrated. It was so hard not to talk about the pitch, the size of the football pitch. You compare. I mean, I was alternating the two games today. I was watching both Stellenbosh. I look at this Orlando Pirates against Stellenbosh. The size of the Orlando Stadium field. I never thought the Orlando Stadium field was so big until today when I was watching my games against Mamelodi Sundowns. I was like, look at the difference. Is like how's this right that you have the champions of PSL, the champions of Betway being how was it right that PSL allowed Magesi to host the champions of Betway Premier League to play the game at the Sishu Stadium? That's not right. Honestly, had we drew this game or lost this game, I would have felt so hard done by. And Mamelodi Sundowns, as a team, they should have feel hard done by because we don't deserve to be playing in such conditions. We don't deserve to be playing in such football fields as the champions of the Betway Premier League. We don't. And look, it's Magesi. They have every right to host where they feel comfortable, right? That's on them. But then again, I would love to see Orlando Pirates being hosted at the Sishu Stadium. I would like to see Kaizer Chiefs also being hosted at the Sishu Stadium. I don't want Magesi to take their home games to Orlando to Tamkaba Stadium. I don't want to see Magesi taking their home games against Orlando Pirates to Tamkaba Stadium because look, you can't tell me that Mamelodi Sundowns doesn't sell 10,000 or more tickets at the Peter Mokaba Stadium. You can't tell me that. And I know that like they'll probably take their games against Orlando Pirates and KAIZER Chiefs to Peter Mokaba, and their reason would be, oh, because there would be more fans in the stadium. The stadium was packed. The stadium was packed. And I think if that game was played maybe on a weekday, that stadium, the ticket would have sold out. We don't even know if the ticket was sold out today. But then the way I saw, what I saw is that like the stadium was full capacity. Some fans were even standing. So it's not right that you have the champions of the Betway Premier League playing that game in such conditions. Because look, that stadium is so tiny, bro. Like we did not have any spaces in the first half against Magesi. And Magesi, they're so used to playing that football field. They are so used to, and they don't even lose the game. They've never lost a game until today at Sisho Stadium. And and it's their slaughterhouse. It's actually a slaughterhouse for them. And I'm not even gonna be ashamed to say this. It is a smash and grab win for us because, like I said, I gave us no chance. After seeing the first half that we had, I was like, bro, give me a draw. I'll walk out of Sisho Stadium and I'll literally be so proud that I got the 1 point. But then to get 3 points and 2 goals on top of that and a clean sheet, league is ours. The league is ours. Because what I saw today is that like this team can actually win against any conditions, against I mean, today we were faced with huge adversity. And I did not expect that. Like that will actually walk out of Sisho Stadium with the 3 points. And that actually gives me so much confidence that like we'll win this league. Yes, and again, another thing that we also need to take into account the amount of rotation that the coach had to make going to this game. I mean, that was a whole new team. That was a new team. You had the young Mabena, young Lehlaku. Peter Shalulile has never played a single minute this season. As our front three. In midfield, we had Obas, Jaden Adams, and Mkulisi. Mkulisi has never played a game this season. That midfield three has never played together this season. I was like, look, man, I understand what the coach had to make those changes, but then I did not give us a chance. I thought this game, like, look, the conditions, I mean, the stadium is too small. We were playing away. The pitch is bumpy. The rotation. I was like, bro, give me a point. Give me a point, and I'll go away to Pretoria happy, and I'll not be ashamed of it. But to get 3 points and 2 goals and a clean sheet. Ah, boy, my boys, they deserve. Oh man, I was so frustrated after Saturday. I was super, super angry with our coach. So frustrated because I thought our coach was negative. We should have beaten Orlando Pirates. But then after today, look, he has redeemed himself. He has redeemed himself. And again, I'm gonna go through Peter Shea because today there's so many positives. There's a lot of positives. And again, I must say this huge congratulations to Peter Shalulile. Tying Sebonga Novent as the PSL all-time leading goal scorer. Hopefully, he does break the record this season. He'll definitely break the record this season. He has every chance to break the record this season. So things are looking up, man. Things are looking out for us finally, man. Like I am so excited because yesterday it was such a difficult day for me. KAIZER Chiefs fans just going all the way, being noisy, talking about that they're gonna win the league and all of that. And now we are back. We are back because look, if Magesi hosts KAIZER Chiefs and Orlando Pirates at Sisho Stadium, they don't come back with 3 points. I can say that now. I can say that now. They don't come back with 3 points because that stadium limits you so much. It limits you because Magesi, they are used to playing that stadium. Like they defend in large numbers. Yeah, like you win the position of the ball. It's so easy for Magesi to revert back and be in position and be solid. You can't pass them. You can't get through them. You can't. You can't. And and again, when they attack you in large numbers. So you have to like just throw out like whatever game plan that you had going to the game. You just have to like just manage the game and just make do with what you are faced because that was difficult. That was at some point it was even hard to watch for me because I'm like, what kind of game are we playing? This my guess, and again they have this tactics of just falling down, winding down the clock. They make it so nasty and ugly for opposition teams, and I am so so proud of our boys today, man. I am so super super proud of that victory. I'm overjoyed. I'm over the moon with the victory against Magesi because I did not expect us to win that game. I'm just gonna say that. So I want to see what the fans are saying because the coach was so criticized in the halftime, during the halftime. Respect, joint top goal scorer from Mihunduk, absolutely amazing. This weekend you have our hopes as a nation. Thank you, the coach, for resting the players, and again resting the players and still winning that game. Please give him more minutes again. Maseko, I want to see Maseko. I think he's gonna get plenty of minutes this season. It's something that I did say. Please like the video, guys. Subscribe to the channel. I did say that I think Marcelo is gonna get plenty of games, plenty of opportunities to play this season, and it's just a matter of him taking the opportunity that he will be given because our squad is actually very trim. We released so many players, and I think the coach did look, I'm not happy with this Lodge leaving because I think we would have needed him. I think he would have been impactful last weekend. And also, I mean, in games like this, you do need players like Lodge. But then again, Tapolo Maseko, I think going to get plenty of chance this season to play for Mamelodi Sundowns. It's just upon him if he's going to take those opportunities and just make them count. You have to make them count when you're given opportunities to play. So, and I think today he did that. I think he came on, he was impactful, and he gave us something on the wing. He came in and he gave us what we needed. I don't think Ivan Koza and his cohorts understand the level of disrespect they showed this guy by rating him under Makaula. Do they rate him under Makaula? I mean, different leagues. I'm not going to give that. Happy with the result. They start changing the game. Very happy for Shalulile and Maseko looked lively. I believe in him. I will never lose hope in him. He's a proper winger. TM33. So yeah, man, a lot of Mamelodi Sundowns fans are excited. They're happy, and look, we should be happy, and we should actually be so relieved that we walked out of Sishiou Stadium with the maximum points and a clean sheet on top of that. Because not a lot of teams are gonna come back from Sishiou Stadium with plenty with maximum results, maximum points. Not many teams are gonna do that. And seeing my team literally just weathering the storm in that first half, even though it was not easy, but then stay in the game. And again, we must not forget, Magesi hit the post twice. They hit the post twice. And I think today also the football gods were with us. The football gods were with us today because look at the first half, the statistic for first half. They had one big chance, we had zero big chance. We did not even have a one shot on target. I mean, even the total shot, look, they had 10 total shots. We literally had one shot, not even on target, like a shot at goal. I can't even recall who made that shot at goal because we were so dreadful in the first half. Corner kick, they had 5 corner kicks, we had 3 corner kicks. And again, passes, yes, we were dominating the ball position, but then we had nothing to do. We did not create anything with the ball position that we had in the first half. And then going to the second half, we still had 69 ball position. They still had 31. We had one big chances, total shots. A huge improvement from us, man, in the second half. Huge, big. I mean, you look at you compare. I mean, total shot. We had one total shot, and again, second half we 8 total shots. 8 total shots. We made the goalkeeper make one save. 2 corners. They had also had 2 corners. But then again, you could see in the second half, like the coach did have a word with the players. The players came out different. They came out different, hungry, and like realizing that like, okay, we need to win this game. We need to win this game. You can't because the longer we allowed Magesi to have those opportunities, we were never gonna get even like we never like at some point they were gonna eventually score those chances that they were having in the first half. So in the second half, we limited them so much. We limited them and we did not allow them to be because again, though they were like relying on those corner kicks, we also did not allow them to have that many corners because we reduced them to having from having had 5 corners in the first half to having 2 corners in the second half. So you can tell that like you can see that like we actually did our work during halftime and we reduced them to literally 2 corners in the second half, which was actually good. And also total shots, we reduced them to having like just 90 total shots. I mean total passes. When you compare, they had about like 100 and something passes in the first half. So you can see that like the coach, also the substitution that the coach made, they were impactful. So happy, man. Super happy. Actually, I would say more relieved than happy with the result today. That like again, having faced so much adversity, nothing was easy for us today. We were able to we were able to get the maximum points and also keeping the clean sheet and scoring the 2 goals. Going to Orlando Pirates game against Stellenbosh, so disappointing in Stellenbosh because I thought like Stellenbosh would do something. I thought Stellenbosh would get a draw because the game was open. The game was open, and again, you knew that like going to this game, Orlando Pirates game, playing at home, Stellenbosh just needed to stay in the game. I did say going to the games like I need Stellenbosh to defend. I need you guys to like the first 10 minutes, stay in the game. Make sure that like you limit Orlando Pirates. Yes, they're gonna be just needed to stay in the game. But then again, take nothing from the boy Stebelebele. It took something special from Orlando Pirates side. They did that. In fact, Stellenbosch did that because it had to take something special from Orlando Pirates to break the Stellenbosch. I mean, that goal for me, it's a contender for goal of the season. So finally, Orlando Pirates getting their first win of the season, but it was not easy. Stellenbosch also, they had a couple of chances in the second half. They were wasteful. Finally, Orlando Pirates getting their first win of the season, but it was not easy. Stellenbosch also, they had a couple of chances. So it was not easy for what do you call it, for Orlando Pirates, because I think on any other day, those chances that Stellenbosch had, on other day they do score one of those chances. But then my thing is with Orlando Pirates being beating Stellenbosch 1-0 at home in a game where Stellenbosch are also desperate for points. A game was open. Orlando Pirates did not take advantage of that. They did not create enough chances because this is the game that it was 50-50 for me. It was 50-50, and to see all the players, but then struggling because you look at the ball position, they had 58% to 42 for Stellenbosch. Big chances they had in all game. Two big chances, two touch shots, 15, and Stellenbosch had six two touch shots. And the only made Stellenbosch goalkeeper make two saves, and Orlando Pirates goalkeeper Busa, Orlando Pirates making 472, Stellenbosch had making 331. And but again, man, Orlando Pirates might have won. Orlando Pirates might have won, but I'm still very, very skeptical with this Orlando Pirates side because they are not looking, they are not convincing. They are not convincing. And I feel like we kind of like we let them off the hook this past Saturday so easily. And I hope this with this coming Saturday, Mamelodi Sundowns do all make Orlando Pirates pay for, because they are not that great, man. They are not a good side, Orlando Pirates. I need to be honest. And again, today, Sebele had to come to the rescue for Orlando Pirates. Even this past Saturday, he came to the rescue for Orlando Pirates. So how long will they keep relying on the brilliance of Kamagalo Sebele? Because again, today, producing individual brilliance. Again, last Saturday, producing individual brilliance, this Kamagalo Sebele. So, and I've been saying we do have a new problem in South African football. We do have a new problem in South African football, and that problem belongs to Orlando Pirates, and that problem goes by the name of Kamagalo Sebele. They keep doing this. I don't know how they do it, but it was Mofokeng. Last season it was Nkota. This season it looks like Sebele want to be the problem for South African football. So, and we're the victim of that. We're the victim of Sebele. This finding out we're gonna contain this Sebele boy, because so far I think most of the team they do know how to contain Mofokeng. Now we need to find a way to contain Kamalo Sebele because look what I've seen today from him, because yes, at some point he had to, after Van Rooyen was substituted, he had to be played as a right back, which kind of limited him because I feel like he's more dangerous being played in the wing and also maybe around behind the striker. So look, I'm just happy that we got the maximum points. Orlando Pirates also getting their season, kicking off their season after losing the first two games. KAIZER Chiefs, again, looking so comfortable, man, in second position. But look, man, league is a marathon. League is a marathon. So there's still a long way to go. I know KAIZER Chiefs fans are giddy, man. Like, oh my days. The past 4 seasons were so much better. The past 5 seasons were so much better. KAIZER Chiefs fans not nowhere near at the top of the league right now. After 3 games played, they're claiming to be the cup. I mean, they're claiming that like they will win the Betway Premier League. Even yesterday, you had, I mean, the manager, was it the team manager in KAIZER Junior, that was saying, coming out after 3 games and saying we'll talk in May. Man, KAIZER Chiefs are talking that talk, man. They are talking that talk. They're talking their shit. They're popping that shit, man. And I'm like, you guys need to relax a bit, man. Hold your horses a bit. Who, when did KAIZER Chiefs start talking about we'll talk in May? Yes, I know they have a good team, good squad depth, but the arrogance from KAIZER Chiefs, man, like Oh my days! After 3 games, talking about let's talk in May, the arrogance. Yes, yes, I know they have a chance, but come on, man, it's still so early. Still so early to be talking that big talk, and I think they need to be humbled. Come next week, Wednesday, we need to humble Kaizer Chiefs, man. Mamelodi Sundowns, you guys we need to humble Kaizer Chiefs because they are happy, man. They are happy, and I don't like teams that yap so much. I don't like them. Teams that like this, they are already unbearable after three games. I mean, you go to WhatsApp, on my WhatsApp, the status, Kaizer Chiefs fans. I'm like, damn. I actually had forgotten that you guys can actually be unbearable. I thought all of the Paris fans were unbearable, but damn it, man, Kaizer Chiefs fans are a special breed, and I think they need to be humbled, and the sooner they get humbled, the better. And we need to do that next week Saturday. We have to humble them next week Saturday and just restore the order, Jay. We need to restore the order. We need to remind them, like Isali Elu, like, nah, we are the kings of South African football. You guys going to, you are going to be dictated by Mamelodi Sundowns, not Kaizer Chiefs. Kaizer Chiefs can be dictating us, telling us about like the no, we can't allow that. We cannot allow that. But anyways, man, it's been a fun night of football, and Mamelodi Sundowns getting maximum points. Orlando Pirates also getting the maximum points. Amazulu also getting the maximum points there. So look, bring on PSL, man. So much happening, and guys, please, man, stay here. Subscribe to the channel, and a lot of content will be produced. And yeah, man, I'm just happy that we got the maximum point. That victory against Magesi, look, man, because I know how much we had to fight for it. And again, congratulations to Peter Shalulile tying Sewonga Nonvet as the all-time great or all-time goal scorer for in the PSL. I'll definitely be breaking that record very in the next match league match. I hope he'll break the record against Kaizer Chiefs. That would be a poetry justice because Sewonga Nonvet, a former Kaizer Chiefs player, scored plenty of goals for Kaizer Chiefs. It would be fitting for Peter Shalulile to score or break the record to have his 180th goal against Kaizer Chiefs. So, yeah, man, I'm just happy tonight. And thank you guys for those that watched the watch along and interacted and liked the video and subscribed. Really, truly appreciate it, guys. And see you guys on the next one. Have a good night, man. To all my Sundowns fans, enjoy this victory. Enjoy it. Make the most of it. Thank you.